Hey everybody, we're going live here with listen, there's a school shooting in Texas. Um, Obviously, you can see there kids are coming out of the school. There is no. I'm gonna let you guys hear what's going on with the volume here. It's quite annoying. So as you can tell, it sounds like an emergency broadcast. So we're gonna leave that there for a little bit here. I'm gonna try to find something else. There was some commentary on some other channels, just regular news commentary. Right now, they said the area is secure. There are some injuries, but there's a gunman that that ran off from here. So we're going to see what's going on. We're going to, I think this is an opportunity for us to work together. We're seeing this stuff live. Something's fishy about it. It's happening too often right now. It just kind of feels like how Memphis did the other day. So I'll be back here shortly. Okay, so now there's new info. And I don't know if these are connected. There is Arlington County, Virginia. And I'm talking over myself because I have this messed up. All right, there you go. So Arlington County, Virginia has an active shooter threat. Was called in this morning. But I may let's just go over to that. Let's just play together today. How's that sound? We are going to go on all these different streams. We're going to find different things. So it's happening. The slaughters. We're going to get ready for the big one. It feels that way, doesn't it? I'm going to tell you the first thing I thought of was the what happened in Memphis a week ago. I did hear where they said that a person came in supposedly to the school and then fired shots and then took off running. Sounds like Memphis. Then Arlington, Virginia, they're just talking about said that it was a threatening phone call came in early this morning. Well, that one immediately made me think about Hawkins County, Tennessee had one. That was the first one of these I've ever covered was Hawkins County, Tennessee one. And it was a lot of the same stuff. It was like the first day of school. And it's just it's like I don't know. the scene from was Jurassic Park always gets me where it's the Velociraptors and they're testing the weakness of the gates. That's what this feels like to me. It's like they're testing the weaknesses here. So let me jump over here. I need to find another stream. Let's see if I can find. I do two of these things at once. Can't, but let's see. And the reason why there's no sound on the aerial photo here is because again, I'm gonna warn you, this is annoying. So turn down or whatnot, but that's what's coming across the TV. It's like an emergency alert system. So all right, let's see here what's happening over here on this one. All right, let me switch this. Oh, where'd that go? Now I'm getting. I was not ready for this. I'm getting. I just hit my do not disturb. Sorry, y'all. All right, let's see. Where's the lab here? Let's stop this. That's what I want to do. How do what did I do? That's the same one. I mean, everything. Please don't lock up. Come on. All right, I'm going to turn the volume on over here. I don't know if anybody can get this or not. Oh, come on. There it is. Okay. Sorry. All right. So I think the one I'm listening to right now, yeah. All right.
Violence. This is not somebody attacking our schools. This is a student. We believe right now, preliminary, that it was a student that got into a fight and drew a weapon.
Uh-oh.
Do we know how he was able to get the weapon inside the school?
I do not. We had two Mansfield Independent School District police officers that housed in this school. They were here and they were on scene immediately to render our safety to our students.
Now I believe this is the.
I don't have that.
It looks like Texas, doesn't it?
Can you confirm what they hospitalized with gunshot wounds?
I can tell you that yes, that I believe two of the victims were received gunshot wounds. To the severity, I don't have that information right now.
And were these teachers, students?
We believe that three of the victims were students. One was an older person that may be a teacher.
An older person, maybe a teacher. That's a horrible way to be just described.
There was a report of a pregnant woman that was the four victims that may have failed during the shooting, but received medical treatment, EMS here on scene.
I know the support.
That person is not in the hospital based upon the information that I have right now.
So somebody was.
Seem to be that you have a certain level of confidence that the danger, should there be any, is not here, correct? I realize there's a lot of logistics involved in serving, but could you speak to your level of confidence that there's no continued threat to the students in this building?
Yes, I have a high confidence right now that the shooter is not on the premises. I have a high confidence that it was only one shooter at this school. We want to continue to make sure that we lock down our students to make sure that they are safe. We have Grand Prairie Police Department, Mansfield Police Department, Arlington Police Department, and other SWAT teams that are methodically going through each of these rooms and releasing these children to make sure that we're safe. We want to make sure that we get identification from each of these students. We want to make sure that they don't have any weapons on them themselves.
All right, so if you're just joining, there's.
Customary practice that we would
This
do
is in
to make sure that
Texas.
everybody's safe before we get them out on the buses.
What they're saying is that there's a fight between two kids. One of them drew a gun and started shooting.
As a student fighting with someone else with that
Um,
understanding at this point?
There was a video that I viewed, and he was in a classroom. To what his student, whether he was a student or not, I don't have that information right now. We are going to release his photograph after this press conference.
Oh wow!
And we are currently actively looking for him now.
So the guy starts shooting, he takes off, and this sounds like the school
I
shooting
don't have those facts, but I do know that there's video. We're trying to review the video
at Memphis the other day.
Based upon the preliminary information, he came out on the south side. There was a vehicle that was identified. I will tell you.
I know nothing if there's a connection or anything like that. I'm not even trying to allude to it. I'm just saying that it's very interesting.
Do you know if anyone was able to render aid to those victims before EMS got on scene?
I do not, but again, I want to stress that we had two Mansfield Independent police officers on scene, and they immediately responded to the threat situation, and I'm sure that they tried to minimize any type of injuries for those individuals.
Can I go back to that phone call a second? Was that a call essentially warning that this was about to happen?
No, sir. It was not a call. That was a warning. This was a call after the shooting happened. We got multiple 911 calls, and one caller identified the person of interest.
Oh wow! Wow!
Based on the video that I saw, there were other students in the classroom.
When you say video, are you talking
So it's in a classroom.
video or possibly video captured by other students or teachers?
The video that I saw looked like it was captured on a cell phone by other students.
They knew to do it.
The shooting in and of itself, or the fight, and we've seen at least one of those videos.
The video included the fight. I did not see a video that it captured the shooting.
Sir, I'm sorry, just one more time. Could we get the name of the suspect and the victims right now?
The victims don't have the suspect.
This is going to be
Gotcha.
And we'll
interesting
release the
case.
Photograph the suspect here momentarily.
If there's other video out there from students that shot video, would you want that video in hand? You guys want that video?
Yes, any video that's taken of the incident,
Oh, wow.
we would ask any citizen or any student to make sure.
Y'all think any of that's up yet?
The Police Department or the Arlington Police Department with any video that they have. I will let you know that the Arlington Police Department will handle the criminal investigation.
And one more question about the suspect. Is he anyone that is known to your agencies?
I don't have that information.
Any more advice for the general public since you said he's armed and dangerous for the public at large?
Yeah, I would say if anybody comes across this individual, please do not make contact with him. If they identify the car, make sure that you call 911, have appropriate police response, and let us bring this situation to a conclusion for the safety of the public. And again, our hearts go out to those who are injured today and all the students that went through a traumatic incident at this school.
Do you know what kind of weapon it was?
I do not know what type of weapon it was.
Speaking again directly to the parents, what's happening right now, would you speak as best you can directly to them? Said not to come to school, they should come to this offsite location. You can repeat that information and give some sense that no one could hold you to when they might be able to look their students in the eyes again.
Yeah, we know that this is very
Oh,
traumatic
wow.
for the parents right now. We know that they're worried about their children and their safety for their children. Right now, we believe that the scene is secure. We're just making sure that we can in an orderly, controlled fashion.
Again, there's a live feed of
identify
just
all the
this where they're
students,
getting on
make
the
sure that we
buses,
can account for
and it's
everyone.
on a
And what we're gonna
like
do,
emergency broadcast.
hopefully within the next hour, don't hold me to it, within the next hour, we're going to orderly, controlled fashion bring them to buses right here on the south side. And then we are going to bus them to the
Yeah, they gotta check every kid for firearms.
Center of Performing Arts on Debbie Lane. We ask that all the parents please report there, and your students, your children,
You know,
get off the buses, and then you can see
they all have the
we
same
have got several of the students that we have
evacuation plan.
interviewed that were witnesses to this incident. So we're going to hold on to those children.
Kids get on buses,
Hopefully
then they
my
get off
detectives
in
will allow
places.
them to call their parents. And I'm sure there are many of the students that have reached out to their parents and ensured that they are safe. And they are locked in.
In Memphis, they got out at a church. Now in Hawkins
room,
County, when they had a
ensuring that
similar
everybody
incident
is
like
safe,
this,
no
they
one
took the
else,
kids to the
suspect
National Guard
is
Armory,
dangerous
and that's where you
in
can't
this
pick them
area.
up. That was a good idea.
I don't.
Have the family of the victims have already been contacted? That way parents already know that, if they didn't get a call, then their children are fine.
I don't have that information, but I would suspect that yes, the parents have been contacted and been asked to report to see their loved one, to be with them
Oh, yeah.
at the hospital.
More
Yeah.
beeps and bopes.
Chief Aaron, are you aware of metal detectors at the school by chance?
No, sir, I'm not aware. It's Mansfield Independent School District is in charge of the school district itself, and so I'm not certain of their safety measures. I have not noticed myself inside this building.
Jeff Boshek with ATF. I'm the special agent in charge here for ATF for the Dallas Field Division. We're obviously here today to support our state and local partners in this tragic incident. As a law enforcement officer and then as a parent, with a student in Arlington ISD, this is kind of your scariest moment, right? When this happens, not only with what you do for your job, but when you have a wife who's a teacher here and several kids that go to school in the district. So we're here as soon as we get the information on this firearm. We're going to track it down. We'll figure out where this individual got this gun from. Our agents won't sleep, working with
I gotta get a new
figure
headset.
out how he got this weapon in his hand to come into school and cause this tragedy today. So I don't have much information I could give you on the weapon. Obviously, we don't have that yet. We haven't been in the school to figure out caliber of the weapon or anything like that yet. But as soon as we do, we'll have something to get out to you guys. So thank you, and to all the victims' families.
I really like this. Texas was on top of it.
Before they got to get back and continue working here.
Well, would you have a sense of how many shots were fired and how long the whole incident lasted?
I don't. Just based on the information, I know there were more than 2 or 3 shots that were fired.
Chief, you guys have
Oh, wow.
surrounded and got people, U.S. Marshals outside the house, walks through here. Is that your home? What does that have to do with
I do not personally have the suspect or person of interest address, so I can't comment on that.
Well, that is a massive school.
Anything else?
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, we've been listening to a rich news conference there, filling us in on what has happened at Timberview
Awesome.
High School.
Uh-oh.
Let's get straight to this.
There's a suspect.
Putting out this tweet just minutes ago saying we're looking for a shooting suspect in today's
Nice
incident,
grill.
at Timberview High School. Please call 911 if you know the whereabouts of 18-year-old Timothy George Simpkins, who may be driving a 2018 silver Dodge Charger. They have the license plate here as well, PFY 6260. This is the suspect being sought right now after this active shooting situation, this shooting that happened at Timberview High School this morning. Police say this was not random. It was not random violence. This was the result of a fight that occurred. In fact, they say they've been reviewing cell phone video of that fight here in the last little bit. You know, we've seen video popping up on social media as well, but you know, until we can.
How come I haven't been able to find that?
Videos, don't show them.
YouTube is really weird.
Searching desperately for this 18-year-old right now. They say if you come into contact with this suspect, don't take things into your own hands here. They're urging you to call 911. At this point, we know 4 people were injured during this shooting. At least 2 of them were shot, and all of them were taken to hospitals. Thank goodness we're not hearing of any fatalities at this point. We know that 3 of those who were injured, though, were students.
A major search is underway for this suspect.
I'm looking again.
The Arlington police are involved. I don't know if ISD is chasing him down, but ATF is involved. So the marshals are also participating in this search.
Is this WFAA? We're listening. Yeah, these guys are awesome. I'm checking out their. They've got clips up and everything, but they don't have this fight.
Well, David, we're here on Harris Ridge. This is a neighborhood in Arlington, about maybe a mile from the school. And what I'm being told by sources is that this is we're in the neighborhood where the suspect lives. If you kind of look behind me, you can see that minivan. We're being told that house, that police have pulled up in front of that house and those houses, and this is where the suspect lives.
They're nice houses.
Police are stationed all around the house, keeping it secure, ensuring that in case anybody is inside there.
That's a nice neighborhood.
I'm not clear if they really know that he's in there or not. My sense is that they don't know at this point if he's in there. I do know that there's also some fugitive task forces out here. Obviously, given the circumstances, there is a huge search underway to try to locate him. And, you know, police are just monitoring this scene. And so far, from what I have seen, they have not.
She looked like Rick Moranis from Ghostbusters.
Go inside. They appear just to be surrounding the house and ensuring that no one escapes if they are inside this house.
Do I have the house right here? Is the garage door open at that house that we're talking about? Can you tell?
I don't see a garage door open.
Okay.
No, I'm a little bit down the street towards the. I'm going to double check something with my photographer, Josh. Your understanding it's the house where they pulled in front of where the minivan is, right? So you see that minivan right there?
Yeah.
That is the house.
This kind of looks like it's open. Yeah.
Where they believe he lives, and that this is his house, and that's why they've got this neighborhood surrounded. You know, a lot of neighbors are out here just watching as the scene unfolds. And you know, of course, standoffs can last for hours. I mean, we could still be standing out here at 4:00 this afternoon. You just.
I mean, listen to that. She's like a scientist, not a reporter.
Clear, the vehicle they are looking for, as far as we know, is not a minivan. They are actively looking for a 2018 silver Dodge Charger. And so that vehicle, clearly a different vehicle.
Oh my gosh, I swear it's Rick Moranis.
Sorry, I should have explained that. Josh, you actually told me you think it's a police vehicle, right? Yeah, Josh has been here. Josh Beebe, one of our photojournalists, has been out here almost from the start of this scene.
Okay, so we know that there's a hunt on for Timothy. Thank you very, very much, Tanya. We appreciate it. Timothy George Simpkins, driving a 2018 silver Dodge Charger. We're looking back now at Mansfield Timberview High School. Here's a picture of Simpkins right here, 18-year-old. We're told he is a student at the school.
All right, I'm going to switch over. I got 2 things here real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to do stop screen. I think that one. Oh, wait, I got to mute that. 4 people were injured because I didn't come out. So let's see here. Now we're going to go back to here, StreamYards, hit the I'm gonna share this. Boom. Boom. And there she is. There was our reporter. I mean, I swear. Oh, this one right here, especially. That's got to be her. All right, I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. All right, let's stop this. All right, now I'm gonna go over here real quick. Let's see what's the. All right, this one here. There's one more. This is about the Virginia school. This morning, Arlington, Virginia. So that's weird, right? Wait, where'd this go? Wait a second, hang on. I may have lost this. Better not have. There's that one. There's that one. Oh no. I think I lost it. Hang on, I'll find it. So still though, it's gotta be weird. There it is. Boom. Copy. I can only talk about what I'm doing at the moment. I cannot talk about something separate. Is that not sad? All right, so all right, so we're gonna pause this. I have that. Wait, hold on. Go here. No, I hate this stupid thing. So my thing is, this is just weird because it's Arlington, Texas. There's a phone call to Arlington, Virginia, saying that there's a threat, but it's Arlington, Texas that had the shooting. I mean, I don't know. It just seems odd to me, the whole deal. And why did that not pop up? What happened to it? Where is my stream? Where is my stream? Oh, there it is. Okay. I hate clicks. I mean, that's all I'm doing. Just I click stuff all the time. Let's see if this works. Boom. Okay. Now I can get some volume. And
breaking news, we want to get to our Bob Barnard. He is live on the scene at Washington Liberty High School, where they've had an unnerving morning lockdown situation, and they're figuring out what's
crazy,
going on.
right?
Bob, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Holly, this school here in Arlington County has been dismissed for the day. Show you the school behind us. It's still kind of being protected by Arlington County Police after a threatening call was made this morning to the school. It was before classes started. They evacuated the school. Now, a couple hours later, they've sent everybody home. We've had parents picking up kids, some school buses deployed as well.
So this
Classes
happened.
Canceled. Frank Bellavia is with Arlington
This
County
guy was
Schools.
talking right when
Frank,
I
thanks
started
for
the
being with us.
stream.
Tell us about the situation. Good morning. It was an anonymous call, I guess.
Yeah, just before school started this morning around 8 a.m., we got a phone call, an anonymous phone call that there was an active shooter in the building. So the school system or the school immediately called the police and evacuated the building. From that point on, any students that arrived or staff that arrived, we moved them to a safe location so that the police can conduct.
They
a
got
search
it
of the
at
building.
8.
Why the decision to send everybody
That
home?
was 7 o'clock Texas
we didn't know
time.
how long it was going to take to clear the building, so we made the decision rather than to keep kids out here to send them home, so at least they weren't comfortable, because this was a traumatic experience for them coming in the first thing in the morning and finding out that there was this call made to their school. So rather than keeping them outside, we sent them home.
We see waves of kids leaving here. Fortunately, so far nothing's been found, no active shooter or anything. I guess the school has not been released or cleared yet. But so you don't want to take this lightly. But for a lot of kids, hundreds of kids, it's been a very disruptive day.
Yeah, it has, and that's one of the main reason why we send kids home is because it has been disruptive. And we dismissed our walkers. We got buses here to take kids home so they can go home to their families.
Virginia,
and we'll have counselors and staff on standby when school
and Arlington,
returns.
Texas, both the same day.
Issues or concerns that they can at least address them with a counselor or school psychologist.
Frank Bellevue with the school. We take a look across the street here. There's another student here leaving across the street. We've seen individuals and groups leaving, going with parents and what have you. And, guys, there are no school resource officers any longer in Arlington County. We've had others tell us perhaps if there was a school resource officer here, this thing could have been diffused, perhaps handled a little differently without everyone having to go home. That's for another day to think about and to explore. But that's the status here in Arlington County, Washington. Liberty High School dismissed for the day.
So
Good day at 9
they're a
10
victim.
We'll be right back.
They're a victim of woke culture. So this happened. Several school districts have talked about removing the police from schools. They did that in Arlington County here, and they had a threat made in. That's crazy. I mean, that's out of my mind gets just racist on all the different ways that, why would that happen? But most importantly, I mean, let's keep up with the thing that we're not supposed to talk about is how when things are like a weird coincidence that we try to relate that they somehow have a meaning towards each other. The X-Files, the old TV show, used to have stuff about this. If you can't figure out, I'm trying to talk in somewhat of a code because I've been hit by YouTube for I don't even know what I said. I don't know what I said. I had no idea. I did a stream the other day, a live stream from I don't even know what I can say now. Is that not sad? Holy cow. Did the Russians win the Cold War? Anyway, so you got Arlington, Texas, and Arlington, Virginia. It seems like it's a little coincidental that they're both named Arlington. I don't know. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind. I just think, I wonder if anything else from Arlington happened today. Are there any other Arlington schools or Arlington areas that were subject to mass disruption, we'll call it. But yeah, this is just it's a weird thing. But listen, prayers out to the people involved, to the people who were injured. And it's, things like this have always happened. All these things have just like always happened. Now we seem like we're in a time where people root for this. It's like it's weird. And everybody just be safe. That's all you can do. Love somebody that loves you. And I don't know. I'm going to cut it off here. I don't think there's anything else. I'm going to check the other stream here real quick. Let's see. It's Arlington. So they went. Oh, hang on. We'll go back because there's a little bit more over here. So let me do this. File more. I think I messed this up.
ATF was also out here, so
Oops,
the
no, I
ATF
messed that
said
up.
that they're going to start looking at this person of interest background. They're going to
We're gonna
find
go.
out.
I'm gonna hit live. Let me hit live.
Professional educators, an enormous teachers union here in Texas. They put out a statement saying, "We are saddened to hear of yet another shooting in a place that should be the safest and most welcoming, the public school." They're offering thoughts and prayers and say that they await further details and stand by to support the Mansfield ISD community in the coming days, weeks, and months.
Like, I don't think you can call this just another like shooting. I mean, if it's gonna be a school shooting, if you're gonna say that, I have to say that to me, that has to be planned. Look at Columbine, some of that were a planned, disgusting
picture that you're looking at
actions. I think
police
this.
escort being given to the first of many buses.
Yeah.
What
that
do
are
you
going to
do
go from Timberview High School, where students have
if
been evacuated
you're being
following
threatened
a shooting this morning around
in your
town.
area? I mean,
Also, as
you know,
best
it's.
tell, four
I don't know
people
why
injured
kid
in
rush
that.
gun
3
school.
of
I don't know
those
why there's a
students,
fight
at
and
least
stuff.
2 of the 4
But it's just
were
it's.
shot. We haven't heard
I
of
don't
any
know.
fatalities though at this point.
I can't even
Thankfully.
articulate thoughts
But
because I'm
still,
afraid
you know,
if I
you can
do, I'll
imagine those
get
parents that we just
struck
saw,
down.
Scoop Jefferson showing us, have to be just beside themselves this morning. This is every parent's nightmare. This is every educator's nightmare, every student's nightmare, and they're living it today.
You see the police escort in front of that bus, which lines up with what one of the officers said from the podium today, that we not only want the students to get out safe, but we want them to feel safe after something like this has happened. So obviously, a tremendous amount of care is being taken with the families. You could even see they had all those chairs lined up outside. They were going to move them in, presumably move it in so the parents could sit there and be there and wait. This could take a long time. But the understanding that this is not just about the traumatic event that has happened, but it's also a compassionate response and taking your time to do the job right. And so you see police escorts in the back, police escorts in the front for 4 buses of students, 5 buses of students. It's this whole morning, as we've watched, has been very methodical. It's been very orderly. Scoop talked about what he'd seen in front of the Performing Arts Center as being also similar. So it's
Okay, so
it's a very unfortunate situation.
I just put the comment.
So far,
has anyone been in a school when an emergency happened? And what was it like if you were?
Information has come out from the school district several times, you know, letting us know that school is all clear. They've loaded up the buses and they're taking them.
I'd be interested now. I think everybody be interested now. I think
but
I mean, everybody's got a story to tell. Yours is much more interesting than mine.
For everybody that was in that classroom, near that classroom, in the school, period. If you're even on the other side, to have that happen to you while you're at school is crushing.
I can't believe this guy's asking the question I just asked.
Even if you're totally on the side of the building, also just like what is happening inside there. And so the sense of
what's it like when you're inside of school and this happens? That's exactly what I want to know.
We are seeing that the students are leaving the school, but the unpacking of this for families is just beginning, I think.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of
unpacking. That's another corporate term. Who makes these corporate terms? That's what I want to know.
Parents are reunited with their kids here in the next little bit.
Like deep dive, deep drill, or drill deep, or whatever it is.
Looks like there should be
unpacking.
Unusual amount of traffic there in Arlington at 11:52 as we're getting into the lunch hour, I guess. You know, interesting that you talked about the response here, though, David, because the response on this was lightning quick, as we were learning in that news conference, because as is often the case these days in these high schools, they said that they had 2 police officers who are permanently stationed there inside the school. They said that they were on the spot immediately.
See, that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Those guys should be
additionally, just as we talked about, video.
I mean, those guys are heroes.
Incredibly helpful, not only to fill in the blanks as to what was happening in the classroom, because they say they have cell phone video of that, the fight that broke out that led to the shooting, but also video enabled them to see, just as we had talked about pretty long ago.
Perfect example.
See the suspect leave the building, and they were able to know the car that he got into.
So when he's talking about like cell phone video there
in real time.
So I have a gripe.
The search for the suspect.
You wouldn't believe that, could you?
The split screen, if we had one, would be here's the orderliness of these students leaving
so,
school, and on the other side of the screen, which
the Las Vegas shooting happened October 1st, 2017.
Significant search underway. For the
I remember then because I was watching the whole thing live as it happened, and I remember the news saying that the police are asking you not to stream any of this that's going on. Don't take any pictures and send them or anything for security reasons. And a guy I knew was actually out there in a poker tournament when it happened, and he took a picture of the security. He didn't know you weren't supposed to, and texted to me. I was like, replied back, I said, "You aren't supposed to. They don't want you taking pictures." And he's like, "Why not?" Well, yeah, it's true. Why not?
You're
in Las Vegas, you take pictures of everything, right?
This person's mind, you don't know what they're capable of doing next as they sort of run away without a plan. And so
And
they
then
would certainly like to get him into custody.
I'm listening. They're talking about the guy running away without a plan. We don't know he didn't have a plan.
All of that is
but even then,
out,
remember, all plans are great until you get punched in the face. That was a Mike Tyson quote.
We are at least able to focus in on this part of it, which again is one of those heartening,
So one of my other things is about like drones, for instance. So we can't have drones. That's a new deal. They're all. I mean, drones are just about banned in America by the FAA, who I'm not so sure they have the authority to even be doing this. But they keep now. It started off because they were getting too close to airplanes. They're getting too close to helicopters. All the blah 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 blah. And now they've gotten to where they can give away locations and security risk stuff. I also think that drones were like a perfect example. Would have been Gabby Petito. It took a week to find her.
If you were with
hundreds of buses.
I mean, imagine you had amateur people in there with drones being able to look for people. Tennessee had floods. Just kind of, they weren't called. Nobody expected them. Happened in the middle of the night. And it goes down this little, like, it's not much more than a creek. This is in going towards West Tennessee. And I saw video, one drone video of this. It was professional done. And it hit me. I was like, they're able to fly that thing through this river.
That's
look underneath the foliage and everything else.
Yeah, and
they'd be able to save lives, but yet people aren't allowed to because the FAA's decided, that's too dangerous.
As a society, we've gotten really good.
Dude, we've got to take a step back. I mean, us as the people, we need to say, let us do it. Like, when is the FBI? If you're in trouble, do you really want the FBI to depend on them? Right?
Here is that they've got to be able to quickly and accurately account for everybody.
That's my rant. Sorry.
About a huge school there, 1,900 students or so, and so they're going to have
1,900 students, 2 cops.
ID just to make sure
that
they can do the head count at the end of the day and make sure everybody's accounted for. And they said that they have to make sure that these students don't have any weapons on them because we don't know, exactly what played out and what could still come. And so that is a process before you get to the reunification part of it.
I think, Rebecca mentioned this earlier, talking about the training that SWAT officers would go through. Just the amount of thought that needs to go into this before it ever happens is significant. I'm not sure where we are now because it looks like there's more school buses down there on the ground. It did appear that they had potentially driven past, and it was difficult to get in that parking lot. I guess potentially that was not what we.
I love when reporters have absolutely no idea what's going on, so they start making things up because they can't stop talking. I mean, I know I talk a lot, but I'm going to try to keep it. Let the video do the talking as well.
Probably coming in the other entrance.
Makes sense.
Oh no! What entrance am I going into?
It will be.
They know where they're going. Okay, don't try to figure it out.
Comes in with 50 kids on it. There are 1,900 sets of parents that want to know, is my kid there? How do they connect the child with the parent and get them out of there? Where are all these cars going to go? It's just a very challenging situation. But the best.
It looks like they have ample parking.
With that, it's a frustration as a parent at this hour. That's the kind of problem you want to have.
True. And imagine that the chaos of 50 students being offloaded from a bus, a bunch of parents wanting to make sure that one of those 50 is their kid, and then multiply that times about 40. Because
wow, look at the big brains on Brad, huh? He can do math and stuff.
Students from Timberview High School back over to the Mansfield ISD Performing Arts Center, where it looks like they're finally making their way through the labyrinth here and getting the traffic going in the back way to finally drop off these students.
Oh my gosh!
Logistics of pulling something like this off and really ramping it up this quickly is astounding. And again, it is that sad commentary on just how good we've gotten at this.
To see the buses just up here was quite extraordinary. So let's give you a reset if we can. We're looking at the Mansfield ISD Center for the Performing Arts. We have a crew on the ground there. This is now going to be probably the focus of what the school district is thinking about now.
That's a cool looking building.
Student reunification area where all parents from a school with 1,900 students have been directed to come and scoop up their kid. So
Texas seems like a place
buses
I'd want
may
to
be
go
coming
to
in the back.
once.
I'm not exactly sure if they've got to come through the building. It looks like they definitely have a plan here.
You
for what
know,
they're doing.
but I want to do I
You
want
can see the families milling
go
out
straight
in
into the
front,
whole
and they have,
tourist thing,
students
the
sitting up.
history
I don't know
thing,
if
because I don't see
many
myself
were
going back.
photographed by the police before they got on the bus or as they're getting off the bus, but the police have to now account for every kid. Do we have every kid? And then
I bet the
find a
police
way
do
to
better than
reunite these kids with their parents.
teachers do.
This is all the cause of a school shooting at about 9:30, 9:40 at Timberview High School, where there were 4 people injured. There was an altercation inside a classroom. One student shot 2 other students, and
shot
2 other
2.
people were injured for a total of 4 injuries there. We don't know any more about the case.
That's the number I was wondering for. So there's 4 injuries.
A pregnant staff person who fell was treated there on the scene and was sounds like released at the scene. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to
all right. When they take a break, we're going to get out of here.
Restart the show.
Anyway,
and then we're going to continue to bring you all this information as we have it. We have reporters on the scene at Timberview. We have reporters at the Mansfield ISD Center for the Performing Arts. And let's.
All right, yeah, they got reporters everywhere. All right, guys. If there's anything new, I'll let you know. Love y'all. Be good to each other. Godspeed. And hey, Jan. I love you over on Twitter. I love your stuff.
2 hours now. This has been going on for about 2.5
Twitter
hours.
for me to have.
Is the
you talk about shadow bans and stuff. I cannot get my numbers back up since.
It's one of those
what was that? January.
North Texas.
I don't even know if I'm allowed to even mention it now with the way YouTube.
South of
Let's see here. Hang on. Is that one?
What you're
That
looking
wasn't
at
it.
here
Hang on a
is the
second here.
second location. This is the
All right, I'm going to turn
Mansfield.
that down. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and I was thinking about how I was going to announce about the YouTube stuff. I mean, I know we're on YouTube. I probably shouldn't say anything. But yeah, YouTube hit me up the other day. They gave me a strike for streaming a rally that was held in Georgia. And evidently, the way I read it was that I used content that was contrary to reality. I didn't use content. I said content that was contrary to reality. So anyway, I was like, all right, that sucks. That's my first one. So now I'm kind of, I didn't think about it until I saw this popped up. And I was like, actually, I heard this on Clay Travis and Buck Sexton show. I was like, oh man, this would be great. Do this real quick. So anyway, we're I don't know. It's just I got started doing this and I just kind of started feeling anxious about what I would say. Oh, never mind. The other day, a friend and myself, we did a live stream. He'd never done one, and so we did one together. And we, I think it was like we're on for like 2 hours. It been an hour of it looking at Twitch at the stupid hot tubs and beach scene. It is the most entertaining thing you can have. Oh, thanks, Jan. I gotta do another one of those streams with the Twitch thoughts. The was it that hoe over there is what a thought means. So oh my gosh, it's a hilarious. This is such a clown world, and that's what I want to do. I got so tired of living my life like it was last year. That's why this is like therapy. I love making fun of everything. I've embraced my inner my inner evils or something, I guess. And this is just, it's so much fun. It's so relaxing. And there's so many people that's the minority of people that think like I do. There's a lot of them. And it's just it's fun. We love everybody. I mean, come on. I'm so tired of all this stuff being emptied and just dumb. I mean, that's just the best way to say it. Everything's dumb. So we're going to I don't know, have fun here, I guess, until I get kicked off. But anyway, yeah, geez, speaking of kicked off, I got to get going. Unfortunately, with the visit to the dentist. So, oh, hey, also, I've got a video coming out. Y'all, this is crazy. So, I've been keeping up with the Gabby Petito, Brown Laundry thing. And I was doing this YouTube video last night. And all of a sudden, like, I hear my phone go bing over my right shoulder, and it's right there behind me. Then across the room, like at this desk, it was like my like a phone vibrated. And I looked over, and I'm like, I'm here by myself, and I mean, it terrified me. It's I've got to put that video up. I don't know how to explain, because I was recording while this was happening. I don't know if you. I haven't even listened to it. I'm just kind of scared to. Orthodontist, yeah, that's oh man, I hate the whole thing with all this stuff. I'm not a fan of the dent of anything where they're shoving their fingers into my mouth. I mean, that sounds worse than waterboarding. If you describe waterboarding to somebody and you describe the dentist to somebody, and this person has never heard of either one, which one sounds worse? Because they even squirt you in the mouth with the that little cold water jet. Ugh. All right. Well, listen, y'all. Be good to each other. Prayers to Texas. Remember, Arlington, Virginia also got a call today. There's a threat up there, but they're safe. That not happening, and all those kids got to go home. And that's what we all want to do. Just everybody, I want everybody to be able to get home. So love y'all. Please subscribe. And until next time, be good to each other. All right. Peace.